And good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? It is Thursday, the good lord, 16th of May. Sorry, Thursday, the 16th of May, 2013. I'm definitely losing the plot. So yes, last night the epic season finale of the first season of Arrow. My God, oh dearie me, what an episode and what a finale! What a way to finish the first season. It has been a brilliant run. And I'm actually quite surprised at how quickly the first season is finished, to be perfectly honest. But it has been one hell of an awesome show so far. Second season, I think we're going to seriously get some epic stuff coming our way. I'm just going to go right ahead, so I will spoil this episode. I do apologise if you haven't seen it. I'm sorry, but you have been warned. It's going to get spoiled. Anyway, Oliver and Malcolm, the opening scene. Oliver's chained up. Malcolm, they have a chit chat. They talk about what Malcolm is planning, and betraying his Robert Queen. But then Malcolm's telling Oliver how he there isn't a day that goes by that he doesn't miss Robert. It was just incredible, and I loved how Oliver breaks free from the chains. It was just immense. I'll tell you what, Stephen Amell has just been phenomenal. I have to admit, he has just been fantastic playing Oliver Queen, the Hood, island version of Oliver. He's got this epic, diverse, knack of playing Oliver in all these different versions. It's just brilliant. It really is fantastic, and credit not just to him, but to everybody that's been involved on the show so far, who has just been immense. And I remember, obviously, when this show was announced, and I didn't give it too much attention at the time. I thought, I'm just going to hold off on this, that, and the other. But when I heard what was happening, what was occurring, and obviously John Barrowman was announced as being cast in it as well, and how many people got really excited about him in particular. Well, look where we are now. It's been absolutely fantastic. So the island as well, the Ferris aircraft almost got hit by the missile, but Oliver and Shadow were able to divert it and fire it back down to the camp that they were in. Slade Wilson as well was doing his bit with them. So unfortunately Yalfei is no longer. Eddie Fires is finally dead. Thank God, I was getting really bored of him. I actually hated him, to be honest. Oliver actually finally took the courage to fire his very first arrow and kill someone, which took some serious guts, but it was brilliant to see that. Lance and Smoke, Felicity, she doesn't get arrested. She gets taken in for questioning, and Lance now thinks that she's working for the Hood, and Oliver manages to play it cool, as to say that she doesn't work for him, kind of thing, when he rings up Lance for a favour. I think the biggest shock, there was a number of shocks in this episode, a number of shocks, but I'm just looking through everything that I've written down here, and I think for me, Moira confessing to the public, holding a press conference and announcing what Malcolm's actually going to do, I thought that was just, I honestly did not expect it. Okay, it was definitely unexpected, but it was just, oh my God, it changed everything. But then after that, you had Tommy, who was drunk, going to see Oliver, having a pop at him because he saw Oliver and Laurel at it together, after Oliver saying to Tommy, you should give it another chance, kind of thing. Yeah, wait to stab the guy in the back. Then Malcolm, even though Oliver tells Tommy that his dad is going to destroy the Glades, Tommy doesn't believe him until eventually Malcolm does confess. And it's that moment where I looked at that point of the episode and I was like, it's not Oliver that's going to send Tommy down the dark path. It's going to be his dad. His own father is going to send him down this dark path. But then unfortunately tragedy struck for Tommy. So yeah, but as we all remember even from Smallville, not everyone stays dead. So who knows? I don't know. Maybe Tommy will come back. I was really shocked as well when I saw what happened. He saved Laurel, but unfortunately he sacrificed himself for it. Diggle, he is Oliver's rock. I'm just going to say that right now. Diggle is Oliver's rock. He didn't want Oliver going up against Malcolm Merlyn alone, because he knew twice already he's been beaten by Malcolm, and he knew if he goes up against him again, he's more likely to be killed. But you know, Diggle has got his back. It's that simple. He is Oliver's rock. You know, now that Felicity is also there, the three of them, I now call them the tripod. Okay, so Diggle, Oliver, Felicity, they are, for me, they are the tripod. So brilliant. It's just, they look out for one another, and Diggle will always have Oliver's back regardless, no matter what. And we've seen how loyal he is. You know, it's great that he's got Diggle in there for him, with him as well. I think also the fight scenes, oh my god, Diggle and Oliver up against Malcolm Merlyn, the three of them together, it was just phenomenal. But I think for me, the biggest one was when it was Oliver, the Hood, versus the Dark Archer, basically. Just those two. They were firing arrows at each other. It was like watching The Matrix, but with arrows, people. You know, with the subway, Neo against Agent Smith, where they're flying through the air, shooting each other. It was just like that, but with arrows. It just, oh... I was just sitting there thinking, this is fantastic. Just the way the episode just flowed. There was just, everything just felt perfect. It was one scene after the other. It just there was a rhythm occurring in there. It was fantastic. It was brilliant to see that. Also, what we got was obviously Roy and Thea. Obviously, after Moira announced what was going on at the press conference, the Glades went completely nuts. Or everybody that lived there decided, well, right, okay, she's just told us that we're going to die, so let's get the hell out of here. And Thea wasn't happy about it, so she went after to go and look for Roy. Roy decided to stay behind and be the hero kind of thing. Just, oh my god, it really was just a sublime episode. What a way to finish the first season. But yeah, I actually did think that at one point Quentin Lance was going to be really brave, because he was helping, well, he was being helped by Felicity to stop the device. And then even after Oliver stabbed an arrow into Malcolm's chest, Malcolm basically says, the one thing I've learned from running a successful business is always having a redundancy. There was a second device, people. I should have seen that coming, to be perfectly honest. I honestly should have seen that coming. So he had two devices placed in certain areas of the Glades, and it still caused a destruction. It didn't do a full-scale destruction. It was just like half of that. I think it was just the east side of the Glades was what went down, and it was just, oh my god, it really was just unbelievable. But the ending, Tommy, you know, with his dying breath, saying thank you to Oliver for not killing his father, I was just like, oof, really hitting right there. I mean, this is a guy who has, you know, always stood by Oliver, felt betrayed when Oliver eventually confessed who he was, knew that Laurel still loved Oliver, even though he went to go and speak to Oliver, you know, for I say he went to speak to Oliver, Oliver went to speak to him to say, you know, you should get back with her kind of thing. Despite all of that, he still not only saved Laurel, he, in a sense, kind of forgave Oliver for what he'd done. You know, it was just, that's one of the true tests and measures of friendship right there. They are pretty much brothers, you know, they might as well be brothers, because that's just how strong a relationship that they have. But like I say, it was just phenomenal, really was brilliant, and I can't wait to see what the second season brings. So Malcolm Merlyn looks like he's going to be back, hopefully. I would love to see more of the Dark Archer. I still hope and think and wish that Tommy isn't dead, but who knows. Hey, if Lex can come back, that's all I'm saying. Hey, think about it. Another thing is, what I've also remembered about this episode, especially when the device went off, how it started causing the earthquake, was it reminded me of the storyline Justice League Cry for Justice, which was just, I think it was after that, sometime before or after that, is when Prometheus goes after all the heroes and causes the destruction in Star City. He levels Star City with like an earthquake, like, you know, destruction, and in that process killed Oliver and flip me now, not Oliver's son, Roy Harper and Cheshire's daughter Leanne. Okay, and it really hurt Oliver that much that he went after Prometheus and killed him. And it was just watching this particular scene that where the whole earthquake stuff, that was just like, oh my god. It just reminded me of that storyline. That was all. It was brutal. And even after that, you see when Oliver eventually kills Prometheus, and there was a rise and fall of Green Arrow's storyline after that. You know, how he's dealing with it. The other heroes are after him for it and stuff like that. It was just, it was a pretty gripping story. But like I say, what a fantastic episode, and what a way to finish the first season. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how next season goes. I mean, who knows? Hopefully we'll get to see more Deadshot, a bit more Deathstroke as well, possibly more Vertigo. Hopefully he can be a bit better this time as well. I don't even know who else I would like to have as a villain to arrive on Arrow, to be honest. I haven't really given it much thought, but we'll see what rumours come about between now and October, and then we'll play it cool until then. But anyway, thank you all for watching, everybody. Thank you, and yeah. That's it, first season of Arrow. It's over. Blooming hell. I can survive. Don't worry. I can survive. I've got Man of Steel coming up. I've got Metropolis to go to. I'll be fine. So don't worry. I'm cool. The rest of you, I hope you're cool as well. Thank you all for watching. See you all later. Bye.